Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for part 3 of Toddy's testimonial tribute. Now, we're hot on the trail again. We're out of Fife, we're over the bridge, and we're going to interview another mystery celebrity. Who could he be? He's lifted the Scottish Cup, he's played down south, and he tells me he's a natural blonde. Right folks, well let's now come to that crucial time to unveil our third interviewee, our mystery celebrity for tonight. If you'd like to unveil yourself, mystery celebrity.
Alright, Todd.
Lockie, you've played with Andrew down at Bradford. You became sort of firm friends and you've sort of stayed close ever since. I'm just kind of wondering, you know, what you thought when Andrew first came down to Bradford, what you were thinking when he came down.
Well, I think we were about mid-table, and as soon as you walked through the door I thought, oh no, that's us in relegation trouble, signing guys like Todster. But to be fair to him, we came down and done brilliant. First 5-6 games, scored about 13 goals, and become a firm favourite with the fans, and he did well there.
What about Benito Carboni and Toddy up front? What did you think of that for a front pair?
Well, I think there was actually a case where Toddy started up front and Benny was on the bench. And he was that disappointed that Toddy was playing up front before him. He went in, stuck his suit on and went home. That's a true story, aye. But I think
Italy or just back to the house?
I think he just went back to the house. But to be fair, I'd have done the same if Toddy was playing up front before me.
Not many people actually ken about this, Lockie, but I think you played in the game, but there was a game that Andrew did a turn. I think it was maybe against Gillingham, and it was reported in the programme the next week. Could you talk us through that one?
Oh, this was some turn, by the way. He got the ball, I think his bootlaces were tied together or something, because he stepped to the ball about 3 times and put about 5 Gillingham defenders the wrong way. Managed to run through, I think he slipped somebody in, and I think it was Blakey, and then we scored. So the next thing, all the fans are chanting his name, Andy Tod and that, and I'm like, I've played against Dunfermline for years and never heard the Dunfermline fans chanting his name, but he played about 4 games for us and they're all chanting his name, so right away he was a cult hero. And then I think he scored, if I'm right, he scored that night as well, so he done brilliant in there the first 5-6 games. And then once we put him back to centre half, the goals started raining in for the other team.
Actually, at that game, I was sitting just on the left hand side of the back stand in that game, and there was a Bradford girl turned round to me and said after he scored, I wouldn't give him a gimbal. Have you any idea what that means?
I've not got a clue. You'd be better asking Zoe that,
I've no idea what that means. At that time down at Bradford, obviously there was quite a lot of Scottish lads. You had Ian Jess, you had Alan Combe, obviously Jim Jeffries, the manager, took you down there. I don't know why he's still talking to you. Do you think you managed to get him the sack?
I think he actually left before Toddy could get him the sack, I think. I think a couple of weeks after the gaffer went up the road, I think Toddy followed him and he signed for a good team. You know what I mean? Who
did he sign for, Lucky?
The Jam Tarts.
Aye.
Halfway days.
Aye.
Still didn't get the comp, so.
Were you happy with that?
Oh, I was delighted. I remember, I think it maybe was 2nd or 3rd game, and I phoned my mate who'd been up at Pittodrie and he says, aye, Big Andy scored. And I said, it must have been a header. He says, aye, for about 30 yards out. I said, you're kidding. He said, no, he says, great header. So as I say, he started off his career at Hearts the same as he did at Bradford, by scoring a few goals, so I was delighted when he went there. Brilliant.
Good stuff. You've obviously had a few nights out with Andrew as well. Do you think he's a kind of stayer, or do you think he's a bit of a lightweight?
Oh, he's definitely a lightweight. I didn't care if it's just an excuse so he doesn't have to go to the bar, but as I say, 4 or 5 Budweisers and that's him, finished. The only good thing is when he does go posted missing in a nightclub, you can always see him because he's always head and shoulders above everybody else. But he's good company on a night out, but as I say, it never ever lasts that long.
I can sympathise. For the course of for the testimonial events, I also interviewed Greg Shields. That was your first interview. Like yourself, I was just wondering, do you think that being a ginger is a hindrance to being a professional football player?
Aye, definitely. You can yourself. Me and you
I'm natural son, that's what it is.
So but could be worse, could have a hairstyle like Toddy's.
Kerastas, that's what I go with.
Aye, correct.
You and Andrew, I ken this, that you've got a unique way of answering the phone to each other. Can you tell me what that is and talk me through how it came about?
It's like, fuck you, Todd. And I can't honestly think where he got it from, because anybody that kens me, they kens I didn't swear that much, so I've honestly not got a clue where he got that from.
No?
Yeah, not got a clue.
There you are. Anyway, a common theme through these interviews has been Andrew's, well, firstly his hairstyles, his cars and his gear. Any thoughts?
Well, his car is horrendous. Honestly, I'm surprised it's not got District Council written on the side of it, but they can tell you, if you remember what this is. This was the last time you visited us about 8 months ago. I think it's just pure and simply because that Vector can't move out to Kinross. Gets him to Dunfermline and back, but I think your wee laddie will probably be far too big for that now. So, as I say, I'll send it through and you can stick it in the skip, your car, and see what you want to do with it. But as I say, he brought that, I think, when wee Andrew was first born, and I've never seen him since. And then the only time I heard from him was because he was wanting 50 quid for a ticket for the night.
Well, to be fair, that was me. I was chasing you for that, so you got
it. Lindsay, you got that 50 quid? No, I've no.
No, you could loan me, you can spot me, I'll get it later on. Seriously, on a sort of serious note for Andrew, I mean, obviously he's been at Dunfermline for a long time. It's great that the guys are coming out and being involved in these interviews, and believe me, they're taking the piss out themselves as much as they are out of Andrew. You got a kind of special message for Andrew in his testimonial night?
Well, how did you get a testimonial? Because you left and then you've went back. It's normally sort of 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can't understand in the first place how Dunfermline have gave you a testimonial, because most of your teammates aren't getting any bonuses or that. But on a more serious note, I hope he has a good night tonight. He should make a few quid, because I've got him a few strips, and it's thoroughly deserved.
I seen that Newton Grange Star one that you handed in. That's a belter.
Aye, that you too. And I hope he has a great night. I hope everybody here puts their hands in their pockets and gets a few quid for him. And hope you have a really, really good night, big man.
Thanks, Locke. Cheers for that.
No problem.
Well, Big Ian, it's time for a wee bit of final message for me. Firstly, though, I'd like to thank the three lads that have given up their time to do these interviews. They've been a right laugh, and it's been good to do. I'd like to thank Chris as well for giving up his time and coming to film them. Well, what can I say about you? You've been my best pal for about the last 12 years. We've mucked about, we've been through highs, lows and everything, but I think your spirit has been typified in the last few weeks with the way that you've played. You've ran on one leg, you've jumped off sore heels, and you've headed the ball with a cut head, and I think that just says absolutely everything for you. You've given that to every manager that you've been with, every club that you've been with, especially Dunfermline, and you're an absolute credit for it. You have a great family, a wonderful set of in-laws, a fantastic wife, and I know that you're going to be a fantastic father to young Andrew. And when we're sitting in a big chair in about 40 years and we're looking like Jack and Victor, I hope we could look back and show him this and just let him see how much he actually achieved. Well done, Big Ian. Seriously, Andrew, it's been a privilege to be involved in your testimonial year, and it's been an honour to be your mate. And I just hope that everybody will raise a glass and toast you. All the very best.
Group hug. Be emotional.
I think I might have flashed your tattoo.